So a few months ago I got this package in the mail and it had this totally bizarre pizza contraption. It's this thing. It's called the Slice is Right, and it's supposed to make your reheated slices taste better. The concept of the whole thing is that the crust usually burns faster than the cheese melts when you're reheating a slice. So they invented this thing where you put the slice on this little device, you stick the crust underneath the crust shield, and this thing blocks the heat or delays the heat from the crust, allowing the cheese and sauce to heat up and melt down faster than the crust burns. So I figured I'd give it a whirl. It took me a few months to do this, but today is the day, because last night I went out to my local slice shop, Lo Duca. I got 3 slices. I stuck one of them in the freezer, I stuck one of them in the refrigerator, and I left one of them out. So I set my oven temperature to about 400 degrees because I emailed the Slice is Right folks and they said, that's about right. You know, you gotta tweak your oven a little bit here or there, but I'm gonna experiment with all of them at 400 degrees. Now I'm gonna test them one at a time and see how it works. First up, let's do the room temperature slice. Alright, so I'm gonna stick this slice that's been sitting out for the past 4 or 5 hours. Stick it right into this thing. Let's get a little look just to see how it fits. So it's a classic New York slice. It looks like it's only slightly overdoing it. So that's a pretty good deal. Let's stick this thing in the oven. So I've got this guy sitting directly on a rack on nothing but the Slice is Right device. I figured I'd keep this stopwatch going just so I can time how long it takes for a room temperature slice to reheat on this thing, and I'll keep times for the other ones as well. So I'm watching this thing bake, and so far I see the surface is starting to glisten. Can't really tell crust color, but I think I'm going to take it out once the cheese starts bubbling. It's usually when a frozen pizza or a reheated pizza is done. Now I should mention that my normal way of reheating a slice of pizza is on the stovetop, like on a cast iron pan or on a skillet or something like that. So this is a new thing for me. Also, I want to mention that on their website, they're using toaster ovens for this. I just don't have a toaster oven. I just got the real oven. So we'll see if that makes a big difference. I'm starting to see cheese bubblage right now. Just under 6 minutes, and I really took it out of the oven about 30 seconds ago. So let's say 5.5 minutes, maybe just under 5.5 minutes. That's not too bad. How does it look? Here it is. So I don't really even know yet if this thing is hot. I don't know what it's made out of. Okay, it's warm, but listen, I had a little bit of trouble taking this thing out of the oven. I had to get in there with a metal pizza peel. So now I'm just gonna sort of slide it out. There it is. So, looks pretty good. The crust is definitely not overdone. If anything, it's maybe a little underdone, but you know, that may be my fault. Seems like a real deal regular slice. It's got crunch. It's not too dry. Sometimes it's too dry when you see this like really, really thick layer on the outside, but I gotta say, it tastes like a pizzeria reheat. Alright, so if this is gonna work the same way with the refrigerator slice, stick it right on here, and I'm gonna load it in the oven. Alright, we're about 4 minutes into this. No bubbling yet, but I'm not that surprised because this thing was in the refrigerator all night, so it's gonna be a little bit colder than the first slice we tested. We'll check in on this. Oh, wait, is it starting? Is that a bubble? Alright, I'm getting about the same kind of bubblage I was getting with the first one, around 5.5 minutes, except for this one is up around 7 minutes. So, that's okay, understandable. It was in the fridge all night long. I've got a new plan though. The last one was a little tougher to take out of the oven than I planned, so I got secret weapon. Oh. I'm in there. There it is. That's the maneuver. Now let's see. Definite more char on the edge. Definitely. Because it was in there longer, you know? Who can blame anybody? But I gotta say, being in there longer I think was better for the crust. Like, look at this edge. It's a little nicer. Still same stability. Still feels like a real deal slice. Will I burn my mouth? Well, if I do, it's my own dang fault, isn't it? Let's try. Oh, more snap. Oh, that makes sense. I was in there longer. More snap going on. I think I like the flexibility of it from room temperature more, but I'd say this works, and it just took 7 minutes. Still longer than my stovetop pan situation, but not bad at all. Let's try the final one. Let's do the frozen slice and see how that fares. Will it be 9 minutes? We'll find out. All right, time for the frozen slice. So this was sitting in the fridge all night, and then this morning I moved it into the freezer. It's been in the freezer for probably 5 hours. All right, here we go again. Slice on the Slice is Right contraption, and here we go into the oven. This one's definitely gonna have the biggest struggle because it's a frozen slice. All right, I'm reporting first bubbles at about 7.5 minutes. You see what's going on? Not that much longer than the one before it. And here we have it. Definitely, well, definitely more of a char on the edge than we've seen on the other ones. More browning of the cheese than we've seen on the other ones. Still seems pretty flexible. Still seems like it's gonna have a lot of bite. Definitely seems like it's gonna burn the roof of my mouth. But I'm gonna take that risk because this is for science. Best crunch. Definitely the best crunch. Oh, oh. No burn. No burn. Good. Anyway, definitely the best crunch. Wow, all from this little thing. The Slice is Right. Can I touch it? Yeah. All right. Ah! Can't. Well, here it is. Conclusion. The Slice is Right. A device that you definitely don't need in your life because the pan reheat is faster, it's easier, you don't have to heat up the whole oven, but a device that will impress your friends, and when you have a room temperature slice, will be a really cool space age way to show them that you care about the pizza. Yeah, it is. It's very cool. These things sell for, I think, just under 20 bucks online. I think it's totally worth it. It's a cool gift to get for people. Love that they've thought about, protecting the crust, that's kind of the whole idea. So yeah, very, very cool. Glad I finally got to test it. Sorry it took so long to get to this, but now that I'm done, and I've done these 3 slices, it's just made me more excited about finally getting to eat it.